Hello and welcome to the annual general meeting of the Manufacturing Safety Alliance of BC. My name is Anna Owinska, and I am your technical host today. Thank you so much for joining us. To adjust your audio settings, click on the microphone at the bottom left of your screen, then click on the up arrow to select various audio controls. Before I pass along to our board chair to begin the meeting, we wanted to recognize that we are joining you from the Lower Mainland office of the Manufacturing Safety Alliance of BC, located in Chilliwack on the traditional and unceded territories of the Stolo Coast Salish people. We are grateful for the opportunity to speak to you from these shared lands today. Before we begin, I ask that everyone ensure that their name is spelled correctly in your Zoom chat. We are using the chat today to ensure that we have quorum before we begin. If you need help, just put a message in the chat and one of our team members will reach out to assist. Today's AGM will be led by our dedicated board chair, Vince Giamana. At this time, I would like to welcome Vince to the virtual podium here today at the Manufacturing Safety Alliance of BC AGM. Welcome, Vince.
Thank you, Anna, and good afternoon to everybody. We're pleased you could join us for this year's annual general meeting of the Manufacturing Safety Alliance of BC. We're now commencing at 1:33 p.m. Pacific time. I'm also confirming, as mentioned in the AGM notice package, which all the members received, that this meeting is being conducted as a virtual meeting as permitted by the BC Societies Act and the bylaws of the association. We will be immediately following the AGM with a short Board of Directors meeting using the same Zoom link. So I'll ask all directors to kindly stay on this call for about 10-15 minutes. Thank you. I would like to thank the members who have submitted proxies for the meeting as well. Sarah Flannery will act as recording secretary of the meeting. The scrutineer of the meeting is Anna Rowinska. The BC Societies Act requires that members be given at least 14 days notice to any general meeting. The notice of this annual general meeting, attached information circular, and form of proxy were mailed to all the members of the Alliance on April 30th, 2025. Therefore, proper notice of the meeting has been given. The quorum requirements for a general meeting of the members of the Alliance are outlined in the bylaws of the Alliance. The bylaw defines the quorum to be 10% of all eligible voting members. As of April 30th, there are 94 eligible voting members. Quorum therefore requires 10 members to be present for a general meeting of the members of the Alliance. The scrutineer has confirmed that the quorum is present. Thank you. With the requisite notice of the meeting having been duly given and a quorum being present, the AGM is duly constituted and we can now move forward with the relevant business. Before I do that, I'll explain the voting process of today's meeting. To make or second a motion or to vote yes, click the raise hand icon in the webinar controls. You can also type yay or nay in the discussion chat. The scrutineer will tally the votes and I will indicate whether a motion has been passed or rejected. At this time, click raise hand and then again to lower your hand. I think COVID was 2020, 2019, 2020. So I can see we're all pretty good at this. Thank you. If you have any questions, technical questions, please submit them through the chat box found at the bottom of your screen. All right, I think we're ready. The first item on the agenda is the election of 5 people to act as directors of the Alliance. These 5 directors are seeking re-election for another 2-year term. These 5 nominees will join the existing directors on the board whose term of the office does not expire until next year's AGM, and they'll join also the CEO. Together, they will constitute a slate of 13 directors. These 5 candidates seeking re-elections are Monica Peregrino, Amit Golan, Terry Holitsky, myself, Vince Giamana, and Garnet Zimmerman. These persons have consented to continue to act as directors. It is proposed that they be re-elected for a 2-year term expiring at the AGM of 2027. The election of these 5 persons approved by the directors will be conducted by a single vote. I will now call for a motion by raised hand to approve the election of the 5 persons as directors of the Alliance. Luana. Thank you, Luana, for moving the motion. And I'll ask everybody to lower their hand. Thank you. Will someone please second the motion? Thank you, Ken. If you are in favor of the motion, please use the raise hand icon at the bottom of your screens to raise your hand. See a few more that need to be raised. But I see more than 10. Thank you. The votes have been tallied, the affirmative has it, and the motion is adopted. The 5 nominees are elected as directors of the Alliance for a 2-year term. Congratulations. The next item on the agenda is the review of the audited financial statements for the Alliance for its most recently completed fiscal year that ended December 31st, 2024. Copies of these financial statements are available if you did not already obtain them. Are there any questions? Thank you. There being no questions, we will proceed. The financial statements for the fiscal year of the Alliance ending December 31st, 2024 were audited by KPMG. KPMG has been contracted to act as the auditor of the Alliance for a 5-year period that commenced with December 31, 2023. And it will expire December 31st, 2027. The members are accordingly being asked to pass a resolution ratifying and affirming the appointment of KPMG as the auditors of the Alliance for the current fiscal year ending December 31, 2025. Will someone please move that the motion to ratify and affirm the appointment of KPMG as the auditors for the Alliance for the current fiscal year of the Alliance be adopted? Thank you, Garnet. Will someone second the motion? Thank you, Andy. It has been moved and seconded that the appointment of KPMG as the auditors of the Alliance for the current fiscal year of the Alliance be ratified and affirmed. Is there a discussion? Questions? There being no discussions or questions, we're now voting on the motion to ratify and affirm the appointment of KPMG as the auditors of the Alliance for the current fiscal year. If you're in favor, please raise your hand. All right. The votes have been tallied, the affirmative has it, and the motion adopted. The appointment of KPMG as the auditors of the Alliance for the current fiscal year is ratified and affirmed. Before I go to the annual report, I just quickly want to go back to the directors' election. And I'm just gonna quickly go into the chat. Perfect, thank you. We have missed that Terry will not be part of the slate for the directors for 2025 for 2 years. So sorry for missing that, Terry. We will update the slide, but just for compliance, I'm gonna redo the board director election. So we have Monica, Amit, myself, Vince, and Garnet that have given consent to continue to act as directors. It is proposed that they be re-elected for a 2-year term, expiring at the end of, or at the AGM of 2027. Can I have a new mover for this motion? Thank you, Ken. Can I have a seconder, please? Thank you, Andy. All in favor? Very good. Thank you. The votes have now been tallied and we have the corrected slate. The affirmative has it and the motion is adopted. The 4 nominees are elected as directors of the Alliance for a 2-year term. Thank you. Now I'm coming to the annual report. The annual report provides you with a detailed account of the Alliance accomplishments in 2024. The following video highlights some of the statistics of and impacts of the Alliance.
Safety is top of mind. It's in every single thing we do and everyday life, and it's absolutely important to be mindful of the choices we make and the things we can control.
Over the last number of years, we've seen a real shift in what our members need. And that's one of the things that we've been really focused in on, is listening to our members, understanding those needs, and really being able to provide them with solutions.
We pretty much have availed all the services from Manufacturing Safety Alliance: ergonomists, hygienists, we have chemical survey, we have confined space.
We talk a lot in our organization around how do we support the development of a safety culture. We do that through education, we do that through support, and we do that through our advocacy with other partners to help support the needs of members.
They have a basket of resources that we can pull from, and they're very personal about it. It's not just flicking an email over with a price. It's coming in and reviewing what we're doing and then working with us on that.
With us focusing on these real risks, we've seen a reduction in the injury rate of about 14%, And then for those companies that are OC's core certified, we've seen about a 20% reduction over 5 years. And so we know that the work we're doing when we're focused on those key risk areas with employers, they really do make a difference. And one of the key things we're going to do going forward in 2025 is to measure that more acutely.
I'm proud of where we are now, and I enjoyed the journey to get here. Going through the core certification was very informative, and the more we grow, the more we want to maintain our level of certifications and challenge ourselves to continue to improve.
We went through the fires, we went through the floods, we've gone through heat waves. We're seeing huge impacts and adjustments in how we do work within our environments, how we take care of our employees before work, that psychosocial side of things, right? How do they show up every day? Educating our staff on anxiety, depression, these things that were probably not part of our conversations, but now are part of our regular conversations with staff.
I try to create this safe space. I made sure that my Joint Health and Safety Committee got their first aid for mental health so that other workers on site can feel comfortable going to them.
We continue to invest into expanding our training portfolio. Now over 50 courses, translating them into multiple languages. As we know, we've got such a diverse workforce within the manufacturing sector that we support.
MSA BC training is invaluable to us, and they have so many different ways and means to train us with different topics. We don't have to have subject matter experts in-house. What we learn from them is how we can make ourselves safer, and so it reduces our lost time accidents, reduces any types of injuries, and to stop these injuries prior to them happening.
We're really excited about what our team's been able to do by bringing relevant content that really resonates well with our membership. We're seeing really big uptick to our Make It Safe with a 91% increase in our attendance, 47% increase in our webinars.
We had our Joint Health and Safety Committee attend the Make It Safe conference. It was the right place to go to get the most up-to-date information.
The landscape of safety is continuing to change, and it's important for us to ensure that we're evolving our resources, developing relevant training programs, and really having a team that can support them on site. Through this, we know that we can make British Columbia the safest place to work, live, and play.
Thank you for the nice video. And I'd like to now take a moment to acknowledge our retiring directors. There's 4, not 3. Leslie Bradley, Keith Driver, Andy M. Sorry, Andy, and Terry Holzicki. For your years of service, leadership, and dedication, not only to foster a culture of safety in your own organization, in your past organizations, but also guiding the Alliance in meeting the needs to support the manufacturing safety here in BC. Thank you for that. We'll miss you at the morning board meetings, but we understand and appreciate the many years that you've served on the board. For Leslie, it was a full 8 years, a full 6-year, 3 terms. Thank you. I'll now pass the floor to Wayne Arondos, our CEO of the Manufacturing Safety Alliance, to say a few words. Wayne?
Well, thank you, Vince, and coming to you from the BC Food and Beverage Conference today, but I wanted to at least join and the AGM and really share Vince's comments of thank you and gratitude to the retiring board members. Leslie Bradley, for serving 6 years with the Alliance, and just her knowledge and her background and being instrumental to support the other board members and the Alliance over those years. Annie McEachran, of course, Peerless is not only one of our members, but we really have enjoyed having Andy's input to the board. And truly we'll miss both of you very much for all the contributions that you've done. For Keith and Terry, leaning on our board members and ensuring that we're given great guidance by your expertise and experience. And so I just really wanted to send a heartfelt gratitude to those retiring board members for all the support and work that you've given to the Alliance over the years, not only to myself, but the former CEO, Lisa McGuire, and myself. It really was valuable to us, and we really appreciate everything that you brought forward to and the board. So thank you. Back to you, Vince.
Thank you, Wayne. Last question. Is there any other business which may properly be brought before this meeting? You can enter it in the chat. And directors, please stay on for after the meeting. There being no further business, I will request a motion by raised hand to terminate the meeting. Thank you, Luana. Will someone second the motion? Thank Garnet. Thank you. It has been moved and seconded that the meeting be concluded. Is there any discussion or question? There being no further discussion, we're now voting on the motion to end the meeting. Thank you. The motion is adopted. The Manufacturing Safety Alliance of BC Annual General Meeting is now terminated at 1:53 Pacific time. Thank you, everybody, for participating, and we'll be in touch with all members shortly. We ask that the Board of Directors please stay on the Zoom call as we move into a short board meeting to formally adopt all 12 members of the MSABC Board of Directors. Thank you for participating, and see you soon.